As 2025 winds down, you might think the big money in crypto has already been made. Bitcoin had an incredible run, smashing through resistance, hitting new all-time highs, and pulling the whole market along with it. But right now, just under the surface, a final explosive altcoin rally is brewing. Most investors are going to miss it. They're distracted by Bitcoin's sideways price action, spooked by the recent market correction that wiped over $1 trillion from the market in just 6 weeks. They'll see headlines about Bitcoin dipping below $90,000 and think the party's over. They'll read the cautious analysis and decide to wait on the sidelines. But the smart money sees something different. They know this cool-off period isn't an ending. It's a foundation. It's the market flushing out leverage, shaking out nervous investors, and building support for the next big move up. A move that won't be led by Bitcoin, but by the altcoins that have been quietly building, innovating, and gaining strength. In this video, I'm giving you the 5 coins that look perfectly positioned for one last massive surge before the year is over. We're going to cut through the fear and focus on the real drivers that are about to send these specific projects flying. Before we get to the coins, you need to understand why this opportunity is even on the table. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's a combination of powerful market forces that have historically kicked off the most explosive altcoin seasons. First, let's talk about the king, Bitcoin. Throughout 2025, Bitcoin went on a historic tear, briefly touching prices as high as $126,000. This was mainly fueled by institutional money flooding in through spot Bitcoin ETFs from giants like BlackRock and Fidelity. These products made crypto a legitimate asset for pensions, endowments, and corporations, pulling in tens of billions of dollars. We've also seen corporate adoption grow, with a significant number of companies holding Bitcoin on their balance sheets by late Q3. This institutional wave is what pushed the market to new heights. However, as we stand here in November 2025, the market is taking a much-needed breather. Bitcoin has pulled back, consolidating in a range between roughly $90,000 and $110,000. This is where things get interesting. Huge altcoin rallies don't usually happen when Bitcoin is skyrocketing. They happen when Bitcoin is either trading sideways after a big run-up or when its market dominance starts to fall. Right now, we're seeing both. Bitcoin's share of the crypto market has started to drop from its highs as investors begin rotating capital into riskier altcoins. This rotation isn't just retail hype, it's a calculated move. While the first institutional wave was all about Bitcoin, the market is maturing. The approval of spot Ethereum ETFs in 2024 paved the way, and now regulators are creating clearer rules for other digital assets. This has opened the door for institutions to look beyond Bitcoin. We're seeing major asset managers explore ETFs that hold multiple tokens. And custody solutions are expanding to include other blue-chip altcoins. Then you have the macroeconomic environment. After a period of high interest rates, central banks like the Federal Reserve are signaling a change. Markets are expecting potential rate cuts in the last quarter of 2025, which would pump more liquidity into the system. When money gets cheaper, investors are more willing to bet on higher risk, higher reward assets in crypto. That means altcoins. Finally, there's the technology. While Bitcoin was making headlines, developers in other ecosystems never stopped building. We're now at a point where major upgrades, years in the making, are coming online. These aren't small tweaks. They're fundamental improvements in speed, security, and utility that will enable new apps and attract millions of new users. This is the perfect storm. Bitcoin brought in the capital and is now taking a break. Institutions are hunting for the next big thing. The macro environment is getting ready for risk-taking. And the tech behind key altcoins has never been stronger. The only question is, which coins will lead the charge? Let's get to our first pick. First up is a coin that should be no surprise to anyone paying attention. The powerhouse Layer 1 that has consistently proven its strength and innovation, Solana. In 2025, Solana has cemented its place as the top contender to Ethereum, not just in theory, but in real-world numbers. The pitch is simple. Solana is built to be the fastest, cheapest decentralized network on the planet, making it the undeniable home for retail activity, and, increasingly, for big money institutions. The technology? What makes Solana so powerful is its unique proof of history POH timing mechanism. This is the secret sauce that allows the network to process transactions in parallel, enabling a theoretical speed of up to 65,000 transactions per second, TPS. But the big story for 2025 is the upgrades. The most important one is Firedancer, a new validator client built by the high-frequency trading firm Jump Crypto. Its rollout, which began in phases this year, is designed to make the network more diverse and drastically reduce the risk of outages that plagued Solana in the past. Early tests of Firedancer are mind-blowing, suggesting it could eventually push Solana's capacity to over 1 million TPS. That's a quantum leap, making it possible to build truly global-scale apps on a blockchain for the first time. The ecosystem. Tech means nothing without adoption, and this is where Solana has crushed it in 2025. It has consistently handled over 162 million transactions daily, with median fees staying under a penny. It became the king of decentralized exchange, DEX volume, settling a staggering 81% of all DEX trades across the entire crypto industry in 2024. Its total value locked, TVL, in DeFi has been hovering around a healthy 8 to 9 billion. But it's about more than just DeFi. It's the hub for DePIN, decentralized physical infrastructure networks. Projects like Helium, HiveMapper, and Render are using Solana's speed and low cost to build real-world networks for things like wireless service, mapping, and GPU rendering. In gaming, its performance has made it the go-to for developers. And in the world of NFTs and meme coins, Solana's low fees have created a vibrant retail culture that no other chain can match. The catalyst for a year-end explosion. So why is Solana poised for a surge right now? First, the Firedancer upgrade is getting closer to full implementation, visibly improving network reliability. Solana has now gone over 15 months with continuous uptime, its longest streak ever, finally killing the old network outage narratives. Second, institutional adoption is here. A US-listed crypto staking ETF focused on Solana was launched in July 2025, giving traditional investors a regulated way to get exposure and yield. While a full spot Solana ETF hasn't been approved yet, the conversation is active, and firms like Grayscale have already launched Solana investment trusts. Third, developer growth is exploding. In 2024, Solana attracted more new developers than any other ecosystem, including Ethereum. This flood of talent is a leading indicator of future innovation and growth. Price potential. Solana peaked at over $260 in late 2024 before the recent market correction brought it down to a range around $140 to $160. With the Firedancer narrative growing institutional interest and its dominance in key sectors, a breakout feels imminent. A retest of its all-time high is the first target. From there, some bullish analysts are eyeing price targets between 300 and even 1,000. It's the safer blue chip on our list, but it still has explosive upside. Our second pick moves from the base layer to the critical infrastructure connecting blockchains to the real world. This is Chainlink, Link, the undisputed leader in decentralized oracles. The one-liner for Chainlink is simple but incredibly important. Chainlink is the secure data bridge that makes smart contracts actually smart, connecting them to real-world data and enabling the tokenization of every asset imaginable. The technology? Blockchains are closed systems. They can't access outside information like stock prices or weather data on their own. Chainlink fixes this by feeding them off-chain data through its secure Oracle networks. But the real game changer for 2025 is CCIP, the Cross-Chain Interoperability Protocol. Think of CCIP as the SWIFT network for the blockchain world. It allows different blockchains, public and private, to communicate and exchange value seamlessly. As the crypto world becomes a multi-chain universe, a secure standard for interoperability is essential, and CCIP is becoming that standard. The ecosystem and the Rawa narrative. Chainlink is already integrated with hundreds of blockchains and secures tens of billions of dollars. But the most explosive narrative for Chainlink right now is the tokenization of real-world assets, RWAs. This means bringing assets like stocks, bonds, and real estate onto the blockchain. It's widely seen as the next multi-trillion-dollar trend. And BlackRock's CEO Larry Fink has said that tokenizing every financial asset is the future. Chainlink is at the absolute center of this movement. To bring an RWA on-chain, you need reliable, real-time off-chain data. You need proof of reserves and updated valuations. Chainlink provides this. Financial giants like SWIFT and DTCC, along with major global banks, have already run pilots with Chainlink to explore tokenizing assets using CCIP. The catalyst for a year-end explosion. First, the RWA narrative is only getting hotter. As regulations become clearer, more financial institutions are moving from experiments to actual implementation. Every new RWA partnership is a direct win for Chainlink's value. Second, Chainlink's own tokenomics are improving. The introduction of Chainlink staking gives the Link token a new purpose. Stakers help secure the Oracle networks and earn rewards in return, creating a powerful economic loop that drives demand for the token. Third, Chainlink is expanding beyond DeFi and RWAs into hot sectors like AI and gaming, providing data and verifiable randomness for a new generation of applications. Price potential. Link has been a frustratingly slow mover in past cycles, but its fundamental role has never been stronger. With the RWA narrative as a massive tailwind and CCIP becoming the industry standard, Chainlink is shifting from crypto infrastructure to the backbone of a tokenized global economy. A breakout fueled by a major RWA announcement could be explosive. Conservative price targets for a year-end rally are in the $20 to $25 range. But a true altcoin season could see it challenge its old all-time highs above $50. All right, we're 2 coins in and the opportunities are huge. If you're getting value from this and want to stay ahead of the market heading into 2026, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. It's free and it means you won't miss what's coming next. Now let's get to our third pick, an emerging layer 1 with some incredibly strong tech. Our third pick is a newer Layer 1 that has been making serious waves in 2025, Sui. While Solana has captured the retail spotlight, Sui has been quietly building a technological powerhouse that is attracting serious developers and money. Here's the one-liner. Sui is a Layer 1 blockchain built from the ground up for true digital asset ownership, using a unique object-centric model that offers incredible scalability, particularly for gaming and complex DeFi. The technology, Sui was built by Mistin Labs, a team of former lead engineers from Meta's canceled Diem blockchain project. They started from scratch to fix core scaling problems. Sui's key innovation is its object-centric model. On most blockchains, an NFT is just an entry in a smart contract you don't control. On Sui, every asset is a distinct object that you truly own. This sounds technical, but it's a huge deal. It allows the network to process simple transactions in parallel, making it incredibly fast and cheap for common user actions. The ecosystem and growth. Sui's ecosystem has seen explosive growth in 2025. Its total value locked, TVL, surged to $1.76 billion in Q2 2025, a 44.3% jump from the previous quarter. This growth came from real capital inflows, not just token price appreciation. Daily DEX volume on the network has also been strong, averaging over $367 million in Q2. Sui is especially shining in gaming, where its object model is perfect for complex game economies. The catalysts for a year-end explosion. First, Sui is still young, and its market cap is much lower than established players, giving it more room for explosive growth. As more people recognize its tech, capital is likely to rotate from older Layer 1s into promising challengers like Sui. Second, institutional interest is building. Grayscale launched a Sui Trust, and 21 Shares has officially filed for a spot SUI ETF in the US, signaling that the big money is paying attention. The decision on the 21 Shares ETF is expected by late December 2025. Third, the developer experience on Sui is a major advantage. Its secure Move programming language and intuitive model are attracting top-tier developers who are building next-generation apps. Price potential. The Sui token has performed well, but still has a lot of room to run compared to its peers. With its superior tech and booming ecosystem, many see it as a top Layer 1 for the coming years. A year-end altcoin rally could easily see Sui push into the $10 to $15 range as it closes the valuation gap with competitors. Okay, now we're getting into the higher risk, higher reward territory. Our fourth coin isn't a Layer 1. It's a project on the bleeding edge of the hottest narrative in both tech and crypto, artificial intelligence. This is BitTensor and its token, Tau. The pitch: BitTensor is creating a decentralized marketplace for machine intelligence. It aims to be the Bitcoin of AI by creating a global network where AI models collaborate and compete. The technology. BitTensor is complex, but the core idea is revolutionary. Right now, AI is dominated by a few giants like OpenAI and Google. BitTensor wants to break that monopoly by creating an open network where anyone can contribute their AI model. The network is made of subnets, each focused on a specific AI task, like text generation or financial modeling. Miners provide the AI intelligence, and validators rank their quality. The best models are rewarded with Tau tokens. This creates a proof of intelligence, a constant competition that incentivizes the creation of the best possible AI. The catalysts for a year-end explosion. First, the AI narrative. AI is the biggest tech trend of our lifetime, and the crypto market is just starting to price it in. As investors look for AI exposure, projects like BitTensor are natural magnets for capital. Second, its tokenomics mirror Bitcoin. It has a max supply of 21 million tokens and a halving schedule. It also had a fair launch, meaning all tokens must be earned by contributing to the network. This creates a strong, merit-based community. Third, the subnet ecosystem is expanding rapidly. New subnets for everything from data analysis to AI-generated art are launching, each a potential business built on BitTensor. Price potential. BitTensor is our high-tech, hidden gem play. It's high risk because the concept is incredibly ambitious, but the potential is astronomical. If BitTensor succeeds in becoming a foundational layer for decentralized AI, its value could be immense. The Tau token is the key to this entire ecosystem. And with the explosive interest in AI and its Bitcoin-like tokenomics, it has the potential for a truly parabolic move in a risk-on market. For our last pick, we're leaning into pure speculation, with a project at the intersection of high-quality gaming and viral community potential. This is Echelon Prime, and its token Prime. The one-liner: Echelon Prime is a Web3 gaming ecosystem powering the next generation of blockchain games. Starting with Parallel, a AAA quality sci-fi trading card game that's already a hit with serious gamers. Why it's our high-risk, high-reward play? For years, crypto gaming has been a disappointment. Most games were just boring click-to-earn apps. Echelon Prime and its flagship game, Parallel, are different. Parallel is a genuinely fun, strategic, and beautiful trading card game that could compete with giants like Hearthstone, even without the crypto. The in-game assets are all NFTs that players truly own. The Prime token is the lifeblood of this ecosystem. It's used for everything: governance, staking, and in-game purchases. The Echelon Foundation is building tools so other high-quality games can plug into this ecosystem, all powered by Prime. The catalyst for a year-end explosion. First, the gaming narrative is a sleeping giant. The global gaming market is worth hundreds of billions of dollars. The first crypto game to go mainstream will see its token value explode. Parallel is one of the strongest contenders. Second, the community is incredibly dedicated. These are passionate players, not just speculators, which creates a solid base of token holders. Third, the tokenomics are designed for scarcity. The total supply of Prime is hard capped at just over 111 million, and the ecosystem has mechanisms to lock up or burn tokens, reducing the circulating supply over time. As more players join, this fixed supply could lead to a massive price squeeze. Price potential. This is our 100x gamble. The success of Prime is tied directly to the success of Parallel. If the game continues to grow, the demand for Prime could go parabolic. Meme coins can do 100x on pure hype. A project like Prime, with a real product and a passionate community, has the potential for a similar, more sustainable run. It's the kind of high-risk bet that could define a portfolio. Look, before you run off to an exchange, we have to talk about risk. I've just presented 5 coins with what I believe is massive upside. But there's no such thing as a sure thing in crypto. This market is incredibly volatile, and you should never invest more than you are willing to lose. This is not financial advice. My goal is to share my research so you can make more informed decisions. You must do your own research on every one of these projects. For the higher risk plays like BitTensor and Echelon Prime, consider a smaller allocation. Blue chips like Solana and Chainlink can be larger, more foundational positions in your portfolio. So there you have it. 5 altcoins perfectly positioned to capitalize on the final rally of 2025. We have Solana, the institutional powerhouse supercharged by Firedancer. We have Chainlink, the backbone for the multi-trillion-dollar RWA narrative. We have Sui, the next-gen layer 1 with superior tech. We have BitTensor, the high-risk bet on decentralized AI. And finally, Echelon Prime, our speculative gamble on the future of Web3 gaming. This window won't be open forever. As the market shakes off this correction and capital starts flowing back into altcoins, these 5 projects look ready to lead the charge. If you want to stay ahead of the market, subscribe now and hit the notification bell. You won't want to miss what's next.